students. Welcome to the lecture series on international business. We are going to discuss the balance of payment account part 4. I am Professor Soma Sen Gupta, Kamla Nehru College, University of Delhi. In this lecture, we will discuss the following topics: disequilibrium in balance of payment, causes of disequilibrium in balance of payment, measures to correct disequilibrium in balance of payment. What is disequilibrium in balance of payment? Now, we consider balance of payment to be in equilibrium when the debit side is equal to the credit side, or the demand for and supply of foreign currency are equal. Now, this will be an ideal situation where there is an equilibrium, but we find that there is always some kind of disequilibrium in the balance of payment account, and we have to correct that disequilibrium. So, disequilibrium in balance of payment means either there is a surplus or deficit in the balance of payment account. That means demand for foreign currency may be greater than the supply. So, if demand for foreign currency is greater than supply, this will lead to deficit in balance of payment. A country facing continuous deficit takes steps to reduce or eliminate the deficit. Otherwise, not only the credit standing of that country will decrease, but there may be a currency crisis as well. Then there may be another situation which may be positive one, that is demand for foreign currency is less than the supply of foreign currency. So, this will lead to surplus in balance of payment. Now, this is a positive situation and hence not a matter of worry for the country, but still we have to keep a check on this because the situations change from one year to another year. What are the causes of disequilibrium in balance of payment? The causes may be economic factors, political factors, or sociological factors. Let us discuss each of the factors and its impact on balance of payment one by one. First, to start with the economic factors. Now, economic factors can be further grouped into 4 categories, that is development disequilibrium, cyclical disequilibrium, secular disequilibrium, and structural disequilibrium. So, all these may result in disequilibrium in balance of payment. Again, let us discuss them one by one. The first economic factor may be development disequilibrium. What is this development disequilibrium? Now, as the name suggests, development means developing countries, they undertake heavy expenditure on the development of industries, power plants and infrastructure, and obviously for that they require a huge amount of foreign exchange. This requires huge import of machinery, equipment and capital goods. On each of these items causes a huge depletion of foreign exchange. This increases income and demand also. So, this is another thing that development is happening. So, income and demand will increase and imports of consumer goods will also go up. So, this is impacting the import of consumer goods also, because with development the import of consumer goods will also increase. The large scale imports of capital goods and consumer goods because of economic development result in deficit, because all the payments are made out of the official reserve or out of the country. It is going out of the country, foreign exchange is going out of the country. This will again lead to disequilibrium in balance of payment, because the imports are more than the exports. Then the second is cyclical disequilibrium. This is another economic factor which may cause disequilibrium in balance of payment. Now, what is this cyclical disequilibrium? Fluctuations in imports and exports caused by business cycles results in disequilibrium. Now, boom period may be there or recession period may be there, the demand of the goods will be different in boom period and it will be different in the slack season or recession. So, boom in business activity in a country increases aggregate demand, consumption and prices. So, because of that also there will be depletion in foreign exchange from the country. Then import of consumer goods increases, vice versa happens in case of economic slowdown. So, when slowdown happens, then naturally these figures will be reversed. Then another is secular disequilibrium. This is again another economic factor. Now, what secular disequilibrium means? Disequilibrium in balance of payment persists for a long period due to this secular disequilibrium. For example, a developed country, take the example of US, it has a high disposable income and aggregate demand. So, when disposable income and aggregate demand will be more, because as the income increases, the demand for different goods, durable, non-durable, consumables will increase. US has high wages and hence cost of production is also high. Hence, it resorts to huge import of goods at lower cost. This leads to a deficit balance of payment in US. So, this is secular disequilibrium. So, all these are economic factors causing disequilibrium. Another is structural disequilibrium. This is another economic factor. Structural changes happen in an economy. Like in India also, we shifted from agriculture economy to manufacture based economy, or secondary sector flourished, and then we moved to service sector. When structural changes happen, it also leads to some disequilibrium in the economy. Development of alternate sources of supply may happen. Changes in transport routes and costs may also happen. Exhaustion of productive services resources may happen, and then there may be development of better substitutes. All these leads to structural disequilibrium. Structural changes increases import of both capital goods and consumer goods, causing deficit. Now, after economic factors, let us discuss the second category of factors, which is known as the political factors. Now, political factors include political instability in the country, civil wars, riots, terrorism, war, etc. So, whenever there is a political upheaval, political disturbances, it creates a threat for industry and investment. Now, understand the repercussion of such political turmoil. What will happen? The foreign investors will either not invest in your country if there is political instability, civil war, riots and etc. So, they will not invest. So, FDI, FPI flow to your country will stop or will dwindle. On the other hand, if they have already invested, they will take back that money. So, in both the cases, it will lead to a kind of a disequilibrium, and there will be a deficit in balance of payment because your foreign exchange is going out of your country. So, that is why it is very important for a country to have a stable political environment so that it can attract the foreign investment in your country. So, political factors may lead to large capital outflows and decline in domestic production and exports, and that is why one has to take care of all these political factors. Then there can be different sociological factors which may cause disequilibrium. Now, the society changes with time. There are changes in taste, preferences, fashion, etc. And these are all sociological factors. These lead to changes in demand pattern. So, we will, if we take the example of India, after the globalization which took place in early 90s, the demand for many of the consumer goods has increased in India. Take the example of cosmetics, fashion goods, kitchen appliances or home appliances. So, there is an increase in the demand for international product in domestic market. So, what will happen then? There will be demand, and then that is why you will import more of those products, or there may be positive thing also it may lead to foreign direct investment in your country in those sectors. So, all these lead to some deficit or surplus, which will cause a disequilibrium in your balance of payment, which may be a positive or which may be negative also. So, these factors also affect imports and exports, all these sociological factors, all these may create disequilibrium in the balance of payment, as we have discussed. Now, we cannot leave the balance of payment as such with disequilibrium in balance of payment. We have to correct the disequilibrium. So, there are certain measures which are taken by the country to correct the disequilibrium in balance of payment. Some of the measures are automatic, which is taken care of by the market, and some of the measures are deliberately taken up by the country or its central bank. So, the measures to correct disequilibrium in balance of payment account, a country facing continuous deficit takes steps to reduce or eliminate the deficit. The measures can be categorized into two groups. One is automatic correction and second is deliberate measures. Let us discuss them one by one. The first one is automatic correction. Now, what is the assumption behind automatic correction? So, it means that the government is not taking any action, automatically the market forces are taking care of that, and the equilibrium position will be reached. So, if the market forces of demand and supply are allowed to play freely, in course of time equilibrium in balance of payment will be automatically achieved. So, this is the assumption behind automatic correction. So, for example, if India is facing a BOP deficit, so the demand for foreign currency exceeds its supply. This will increase the exchange rate and a fall in the external value of rupee. What will happen then? India's exports will become cheaper and its imports will become costly. This will result in an increase in exports and decrease in imports. So, the situation will be reversed. Ultimately, it will restore the equilibrium in the balance of payment. So, this is called automatic correction. But everything cannot be left to automatic correction. Sometimes the market forces do not act as we are presuming, and that is why automatic correction is not happening. So, then we have to take some deliberate measures. So, when disequilibrium is not automatically corrected, deliberate steps are taken like monetary measures, trade measures and miscellaneous measures. So, these measures are taken up by the government, by the ruling government with the help of the central bank. So, first category of deliberate measures is monetary measures. Monetary measures, one of the monetary measure is reduction or expansion of money supply. So, it works just like it happens while correcting the inflationary situation or deflationary situation in a country. So, when you reduce or expand the money supply, you can take care of all the deficit and surplus. So, deficit can be corrected by reducing money supply in the economy by the central bank like Reserve Bank of India. So, central bank can do so through playing with the bank rate, open market operations, statutory liquidity ratio, cash reserve ratio. So, if you are aware of the monetary measures taken to correct inflation, these are the same measures. Basically, if you restrict the supply of money in the hands of the common people, then naturally, or here we are talking about foreign exchange. So, when you will increase the bank rate, people will keep it in the bank, and that is why the supply in the market of the currency in the market will reduce. Similar is the case of SLR, with this is imposed on the bank, cash reserve ratio to be maintained by the bank. So, these are all monetary measures which a central bank can undertake to correct the situation or disequilibrium in the balance of payment in the form of deficit or surplus also. In surplus, reverse cases are, reverse will be the action. Now, if in the deficit situation we take all these monetary measures, this leads to fall in domestic demand and prices. It increases exports and decreases imports, and hence reduces the deficit in balance of payment. So, that is how you can do away with the deficit. Now, another monetary measure is devaluation. A country with considerable deficit may devalue the currency to encourage exports and discourage imports. So, many of the countries, they do so, they devalue their currency to correct the situation. Now, devaluation leads to reduction in the official exchange rate of a currency. Government or central bank exercises complete control over the forex reserves and earning of the country. This is another way, exchange control after devaluation. This is another monetary measure. So, as we have discussed in one of the previous lecture, that government or central bank may impose a condition that a foreign importer or if you are importing from a foreign company, then you are not directly making payment to that company, but you are maintaining a reserve with the or account with the central bank of your country. So, the foreign company cannot take the foreign exchange out of the country, they have to buy something from your country. So, it is a kind of settlement which will happen. So, this is one form of exchange control. Exporters are required to surrender forex for the RBI in exchange in domestic currency. Importers need prior permission of RBI to use foreign exchange. All these are different examples of exchange control, and this can help in conserving your foreign exchange, and it is a monetary measure. Now, deliberate measures, the second portion is after monetary measure, it may be the trade measures. Now, what trade measures can a country take into consideration while there is a imbalance in the balance of payment or disequilibrium in the balance of payment? The first one is exchange promotion. Reducing or abolishing export duties to promote exports, this is one thing. Providing export subsidy, encouraging export promotion and marketing through monetary, fiscal, institutional, physical incentives and facilities. Liberal loans to export oriented units, setting up export promotion zones. Import control, imposing or increasing import duties, fixing import quotas, import licensing. These are the measures for improving a situation where you are restricting the imports. Prohibiting altogether the imports of certain non-essential items, this can also happen. Then there can be miscellaneous measures like raising foreign currency loans, encouraging foreign investment in the home country. So, this is another way of improving the situation. You can raise foreign currency loans, so the forex will be added to your reserve, and also encouraging the foreign investors to invest in your home country. So, this is like FDI investment or foreign portfolio investment happening in your country. So, this will make the situation positive for that country. Then developing tourism to attract the foreign tourists. So, if you attract more and more foreign tourists, the forex reserve of your country will improve because the foreign exchange will be added to your economy. Giving incentives to encourage foreign remittances. So, this will also happen if remittances are coming inside in your country, then naturally again your situation will be better. So, these are the miscellaneous measures which can be taken up to improve the situation, or if there are disequilibrium in the balance of payment, that can be corrected through these measures. So, let us summarize whatever we have studied in this section. So, the first thing we have discussed is the that balance of payment equilibrium should be maintained, and when this situation will be there, if BOP is in equilibrium, when it will be in equilibrium when debit side is equal to the credit side, or demand for and supply of foreign currency are equal. Disequilibrium in BOP means either surplus or deficit in it. If surplus position is there, then the situation is better than the deficit situation, but still we have to do away with the disequilibrium. We have to bring the balance of payment to the equilibrium situation. So, the causes of disequilibrium in balance of payment are many, like economic factors, political factors and sociological factors. So, economic factors include different reasons like development disequilibrium when you are importing capital goods or your consumer goods, because development is happening in your country, then it will lead to development disequilibrium. There can be cyclical disequilibrium because of the trade cycles, that your import and export will be affected by the situation, whether there is a boom or recession in your country. Then there can be secular disequilibrium as the situation improves in your country, and the wages improve, then more and more of the consumer products and other products will be imported, and this leads to secular disequilibrium. And then there can be structural disequilibrium, which because of the economy is shifting from one type of structure, say primary structure or base structure, to secondary or tertiary base structure. In that situation, the import and export of goods or composition of goods will there will be changes, and this will lead to disequilibrium in the balance of payment. Then the second category of factors is the political factors, and political factors causes disequilibrium in balance of payment. These factors may be political instability, civil war, riots, terrorism, war, etc. And because of that situation, the foreign investors will take a flight from the country. If they have already invested in your country, they will take back their investment or withdraw their investment, and there will be no fresh foreign direct investment in your country or foreign portfolio investment in your country. So, this is about political factors. Then we have discussed the sociological factors causing disequilibrium in balance of payment, and these are changes in taste, preferences, fashion, etc. And with the changes in taste, preferences, fashion, there will be changes in the import and export of such goods, commodities, because it might be possible that you want more of consumer durables, the foreign items, and this will have an impact on your foreign exchange. Then the measures to correct disequilibrium in balance of payment account may be automatic correction or deliberate measures. So, when we talk about automatic correction, if the market forces of demand and supply are allowed to play freely in the course of time, equilibrium in balance of payment will be automatically achieved. So, this does not happen automatically always, and then the government or the central government has to come into picture and correct the balance of payment situation. So, when disequilibrium is not automatically corrected, deliberate steps are taken like monetary measures, trade measures and miscellaneous measures. When we talk about monetary measures, these monetary measures are just like how we control the inflation. So, we can restrict the supply of money in the economy in the form of increasing the interest rate or issuing of SDRs and other things. Likewise, trade measures may be export promotion or import control which we can do, and this will again help in monitoring and controlling the exchanges. And lastly, there may be miscellaneous measures like different steps may be taken in the form of anything like tourism, promotion of tourism or promotion of investment in your country that will correct your disequilibrium situation, and an equilibrium in balance of payment could be reached. So, I believe you have understood all these concepts of balance of payment. With this, we have completed all issues and all sections of balance of payment. Now, these are certain references, like C.B. Gupta's book is there, International Business, then Sumati Verma's book is there, Hill and Hult, a foreign author book which I have referred to, and beside that I have also referred to certain websites. There is EPG Pathshala also, which is a very good reference, and then the obvious other references are also available in the net. I hope you have understood this whole of the concept and enjoyed the session. Thank you very much, students. Have a very nice day.